right, let's check out this new Fantastic Four First Steps trailer. I saw some people reactions after the fact this morning. I haven't actually seen the trailer, but yeah, they weren't happy. They weren't happy. So let's see what happens. Is this going to make you want? Is this trailer? This is how we assess it, right? We can talk about the fact that we're going to hate the movie. We hate Pedro Pascal and everything else, right? But we're trying to be fair. We're trying to be honest. We're trying to not do the things that the legacy media institution's doing, right? We're trying to come to this from a fair perspective, right? That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to give it its fair shake. Trust me, I hate Pedro Pascal with all the passion in my body. I hope this movie bombs at the box office. I hope it costs Disney hundreds of millions of dollars. I do. But we have to be objective, right? We have to be better than those we proclaim to want to replace and tear down. That is the idea here. So, for all of that, let's assess this trailer for what it's worth. Because I wasn't really interested in seeing the Thunderbolts, but I thought they did some great trailers. Some of those Thunderbolt trailers, like, I actually want to go see this movie, right? That did not happen with me with the first trailer when it came to the Fantastic Four. Anybody that was here live or watched the trailer or watched my trailer review video, which actually did surprisingly pretty well, knows that I absolutely despised that first trailer. It essentially confirmed for me every rumor we had heard over the last, 3 years at this point? 4 years since this movie's been in development? That it was going to be a Sue-centric story, and that, we already knew the female surfer was going to be a female surfer. But the first trailer, flat out confirmed it was going to be a Sue-centric story. Literally, it was nothing but Sue. And literally nothing more than Pedro Pascal's Reed Richards, supposed to be the smartest man on the planet, getting talked down to by everybody in his family. So, yeah, not exactly off to a great first start. Now, the trailer didn't get ratioed into oblivion or anything like that by any means, but it didn't exactly do gangbusters either. So, needless to say, it did not get me hyped up at all. We're going to find out if this one makes a difference, but I'm kind of highly doubting it, boys and girls. I'm still very, very, very curious to see how the box office ends up turning out for this movie, because a lot of people out there are like, this movie's going to do like $500-600 million easy, right? No problems, right? Easy $500-600 million. It ain't going to be great. It's not going to make $1 billion, but it'll probably do pretty good. It might make a profit. I don't think so. I don't think so at all. I think the trailer hype is not over crazy. I don't think this movie is going to, I'm going to go ahead and put it on record saying it right now. I don't think this movie is going to crack $500 million. Based on what we've looked at, because we researched it and looked at it a little bit earlier today, what the original Fantastic Four movie did in 2005, right? Globally, it cracked a little over 300 million. It cracked a little over 300 million. And I would argue that movie had a much better casting and a much better premise and a much better story. It was during the time period of the X-Men movies and all of that kind of stuff doing really well. So let's for argument's sake, let's say we've had a 50% increase in ticket prices since 2005. We haven't, but let's just for argument's sake say that, right? That means that movie essentially came in anywhere between $600 to $700 million in today's numbers. Does anybody out there in the world think that Fantastic Four First Steps is going to do that? Probably, but I don't think so. I don't think it's going to come close to that. I think it might actually be closer to its global numbers in 2005 in today's money. I could be wrong. Wouldn't be the first time. I was wrong about Inside Out too. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't think Fantastic Four has the name recognition in the current era of nerddom that Daredevil or that Deadpool and Wolverine have. Definitely not what Spider-Man has, not by a long shot. I think a lot of people are banking on their own nostalgia for Fantastic Four and looking through rose-tinted glasses, thinking this thing might actually do better than what it is. Now, we don't have any box office predictions yet. We just got the ones for Superman, and since this comes out a couple of weeks after Superman, hopefully we'll get those predictions here in a couple of weeks. Those estimates here in a couple of weeks. But honestly, boys and girls, I don't think this thing is going to crack 500 million, and I think it might even come in far lower than that. But we'll see what happens. Could be wrong. It wouldn't be the first time. But the question we have before us right now is, based on this trailer alone, are you more or less excited to see this movie? Does this trailer, without bias, unbiased, does this trailer make you interested in the movie or not interested in the movie? Even without everything else aside. So that's what we're going to check out. Let's see what we got here.
family. It's about connecting to something bigger than yourself.
Now, obviously, we've known from all of the leaks, from the toys and everything else, that Franklin Richards was going to be part of this, that they were going to have a son, that Sue's pregnant. We kind of saw hints of that in the first trailer, stuff like that. So as of right now, we've got a lot of good family moments being shown, a lot of family emotional kind of stuff being shown, all of that kind of stuff. So we'll see how this goes for the rest of it. Reminder, this is a superhero movie. This is a superhero movie.
Whatever life throws at us.
The greatest strength. And we saw the Silver Surfer coming in nice and slow. This is definitely very much a slow-paced trailer by a long shot. Unless this like picks up towards the end, I'm not feeling a lot of upbeat kind of action-y stuff coming. I don't know. We'll see what happens. A lot of talking. And of course, it's Sue doing the voiceover, because why wouldn't it be? It's a Sue-centric story. It's going to be all about Sue, 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 Sue. So, of course, she's doing the voiceover for this one. Of course, she's doing the voiceover. Rumor confirmed once again. Is each other. Our strength is each other. Aw, cute baby. I will give them points for that. Cute baby. Very cute baby. I'm a dad of 6. I love babies. I love babies. Cute babies. Very cute baby. I love a cute baby. I love a cute baby. That's probably the sweetest moment. That's a really sweet moment. It really is.
Together.
But we're going to do it together.
As a family.
As a family. Because Sue Storm is the one that's going to be the glue holding this team together. Holding this family together. Not Reed. Not Johnny. Not the Thing. No. Sue, she's the heart of the story. She's the heart of the story. It's going to be all about her. It's going to be all about her. She's the one that's going to be the hero. She's the one that's going to be the hero. And maybe that'll work out okay. Maybe they can write it just fine. Maybe they can pull it off. But have we actually seen that from the MCU? I do love the style, though. I love the aesthetics. I love the car. I love the retro futuristic stuff. I do enjoy all of that. A little bit of an action scene here. Let's jump back a little bit.
Today, we are your defenders. The 4 of us will face the danger. And we will protect you.
Is this guy good?
So we've got Reed, obviously, talking to the public, being the front-facing group of everything. But it's a lot of talking. You get to see Johnny flame on once, but I think this is something we already saw in the last trailer. I don't think this is anything new that we haven't seen on before. So, I don't know. Not doing a lot for me. Other than it looks pretty. I think visually this movie is probably going to be stunning. I really do. I legitimately think this movie is probably going to be visually stunning. I think the story is probably just going to be significantly lacking. And reshoots are never a good sign. Tickets. Now.
The clobbering time? Oh, yeah.
There you go. A little bit better.
I finally knocked it off the list.
I mean, I do have to admit, I think Galactus is going to look great in this. Obviously better than what we got in Rise of the Silver Surfer, but obviously not as good as Surfer. But I do think Galactus is going to look really, really good in this. I do like that. I do like that aspect of it.
I finally knocked it off the list. The new spacesuits.
Okay, so he's got new spacesuits. There you go. New spacesuits. Yay, we got new spacesuits.
I take back every single bad thing I've been saying about you.
Once again, degrading the smartest man on the planet. Reed Richards, the smartest man on the planet. This is the second time. And yeah, Johnny's a little bit of a smart butt and all of that kind of stuff. He's the playboy, which apparently he's not going to be in this one. He's going to be a little bit more sensitive. He's not going to be such a ladies' man, because apparently that's just not okay in the modern era. His words, not mine. But once again, this is the second trailer we've seen, and this is the second time we've seen Reed talked down to. We haven't seen one strong moment from Reed where he stands out there and he's the leader. He's the hero. All we see is these scenes where he's got doubt all over his face. He's got worry all over his face. He tries to say brave things, but we don't ever see him put on a brave face. You know? And I can criticize Pedro Pascal for all kinds of other reasons. But this is writing garbage. This is how you design the trailer garbage. Right? You are once again putting him on the back burner, talking down to him, degrading the smartest man on the planet. Once again, just treating him like crap. This is horrible. And like I said, I don't like Pedro Pascal, but I like Reed Richards. And I want this to be done well. But it's not. It's not being done well at all. It's just not.
To myself.
I'm sure.
In private.
I'm sure. Isn't it so funny? So I guess Reed's just going to be the butt of all of the jokes in this movie. I guess. Yay. And like, I know Pedro Pascal is perfectly okay with being the butt of all the jokes. We saw what he did at that lovely little rap party, of course, for Last of Us Season 2 for him. But needless to say, I don't like seeing Reed Richards treated like that. And he is supposed to be portraying Reed Richards. So needless to say, yeah. Yeah, not so much. I mean, like, it literally doesn't, I don't know how you guys feel out there. I don't know, guys. We'll get to how you guys feel out there in just a second. But, like, it doesn't do anything for me. It's, once again, it's just the same. It gives me the same kind of feelings that I got from the first one. It's going to be a Sue-centric storm. Reed's going to be made fun of all the time. You know, he's going to be down. He's going to be talked down to. He's going to be treated like crap. You know, even though he's the guy that creates all this technology, he's the smartest man in the world. And it's the same kind of nonsense. It's the same kind of BS we've seen done time and time again. It's nothing original. It's the same kind of BS, wham and power forwards, MCU stories we've seen, just with a much shinier veneer on it. I don't know if the shiny veneer is going to be enough to save this movie. I hope it absolutely fails miserably at the box office. I really do. Because it's exactly what they deserve. Screw Marvel. Screw this abomination of the Fantastic Four. Oh, screw it.